Holy cow. Right off the bat. There we go. There we go. There we go, guys. Number 3. Holy cow. Look at that. Right there. Check out that fatty. Welcome back, fishing friends, to another adventure. Alright guys, I'm scoping out a new place here. This is like a giant rock quarry, and I'm going to be testing some new lures. It is a bit windy, and as a friend of ours, an old timer up in Northeast Iowa, used to say, boy, it's a bad day to have a pig die on you. Well, that may be the case because it is howling out here. But I do see a lot of bass down in here right below me. There's like an open area down there in this brush, and so we're gonna give it a shot and see what we got here. This rock quarry, it's limestone. It's kind of an interesting place, but boy, it is windy. Very windy. Hey, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me today. Appreciate all the support. And what I'm going to be using today is, ooh, this wind. I'm going to be throwing these, testing out some more of these jigging wraps that I used the last time I was out up in Oklahoma. I'm going to test them here because of the depth of the water and some of the places here at the quarry. So we'll see how this goes. Using my usual setups, 6-foot ugly stick, 20-pound braid, 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, and I can see all kinds of fish down in there. The sun is kind of at an angle. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see them or not, but anyway, we're just going to pitch in there and see what happens, see if we can catch something. I also got some night crawlers to use also. All right, guys, let's get to it. The wind here, guys, is just crazy, but I got something. Oh, he fired out. I dang near got him. Almost. This wind is just whipping my line around, but just kind of popping this up a little, up and down. Just give it a little, just a little tug when it's down there. I had another one fire out of there. Come take a look at it. He's out in the middle right where it landed. I don't know if you can see him. He's right down there. Oop, almost. Well, this is going to be cat and mouse. He drug it into the weeds, and then he let go. I don't know how he let go with 3 hooks. Crazy. He went after it again. All right, guys, we're hooked up. Let's see if I can get him up here. All right, guys, this may be the biggest rock bass I've ever caught. Right there, check him out. I wonder what he thinks about the wind blowing. Well, that's a nice fish. Let me get it so the sunlight isn't in there. There we go. It's a nice rock bass. Check him out. All right, this is probably one of the biggest ones I've ever caught. Let's get him back in there. There he goes. Sorry for the release, but I don't know if you guys can see, we're up here about a good, I don't know, 25 feet. So the water is kind of low. Usually it's way up close to the top here. Anyway, so I'm gonna work my way around the banks and we're gonna see what we can come up with. See if we can catch some more. So far we got one. Let's keep it going. All right, guys, so I moved over along this edge. You can kind of see there's a path around, some cactus, a lot of cabbage out here. But you know, one thing I noticed with this is the fish are hanging out in the weeds in there and they come shooting out. For the size I'm using for this jigging wrap, it's a 2-inch. I've got an 1.5 inch, and then I've got a one that's 1 inch. And these are popular for ice fishing, but man, if you got deep water, chuck them, give them a shot. This one's a lot more weeded up out here than I was expecting, but that's just how it goes sometimes. There's a lot of structure over there. We're going to try to have this hop along. So check them out. It's the Rapala Jigging Wrap. I'm about to throw the Kalins in there and see what we can get. Also got the night crawlers, but man, oh man, you guys can't see them, but there's just fish everywhere. I wonder if I can just jig this thing. I had one come out, I don't know if it was a rock bass or a little sunfish. Yeah, he came out of there. He was wondering what was going on. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep fishing. All right, guys, I'm just gonna dangle it. This is what the little hat, the 1-inch one looks like. So I'm gonna fire it down in here. I could see a fish all down in there. Are we gonna do cat and mouse again? Well, there is a lot of cabbage in there for fall. It's about 63 degrees, so it's perfect fishing weather. Oh, I had him, guys, and I lost him. Dang it all. Crying out loud. So the best thing with this is I just let it sink down there, and and then when it sinks, I just pop it, because boy, it dives all erratic, all over the place. Where I get into trouble is bringing it back up. It hits some of that cabbage. But you know, when I caught that rock bass, it wasn't too far, it's just right over there. He tried to dive into all that cover. Then I made it all the way into that corner on that opposite side. Didn't have much luck. I could see him down there, but nothing doing. No. Not hungry in this end. One more good cast and I'm going to move to where this little creek mouth is. Then I may try to fire the Kalins out there. Run it through. There we go. No, nothing doing. All right, guys, I got a couple of chasers here. Man, this may be a good night crawler spot. Golly, when that thing drops, it just spins, and those fish come firing out, but then it's more like they just look at it. But if you give this thing a twitch, it just jumps. There it goes, look at it, just fires down. It just gets all kinds of crazy. Come on, hit it, you stupid thing. Jeez Louise. The fish aren't sure what to do with it. I know you guys can't see him down. Oh my gosh, look at that thing. It just darts and you give it a couple of pops and it just goes bananas down there. Yeah, this is definitely a cat and mouse game. These are fun, and the water's clear, so you can see how it drops. Sorry for that gust of wind there, guys. Okay, so this funny little lure, how it's designed, it's when it goes down, it doesn't go in one stable pattern. It just dives back and forth. Check out the cactus up there. It's North Texas for you. The thing is, along these rocks, we got to be careful, because when it's cool like this in the 60s, these damn rattlesnakes and copperheads will come out and lay on the rocks where it's warmer, so they can get some warmth and kind of see the terrain I'm in. It's a pretty steep cliff here. I know on a GoPro depth perception is kind of iffy, but boy, they sure come out and out of all that, they just fire out there, come look at it, and then they just stop. I can tell nobody's ever used one of these here before. Alright guys, you know, there's no scientific observations here, just casual ones. This 1-inch one is gonna work. These fish are just being finicky, but boy, they come firing out of there. So I'll keep trying this a little bit here and there, but I want to drop a night crawler in there, so I got to retie. But this thing is, golly, it attracts a lot of attention. So I may not have this as a confirmed catch, but this thing definitely works. Alright guys, I strapped on a Whopper Plopper 65. Ooh, it looks good out there. Ooh, little bit of cabbage got there. Just a little bit. We're gonna see what we can get. There's a couple of patches in there where the weeds don't sit. There we go. Yeah, we just need some good rains, and it'll things will be good here. There's a lot of, back behind me there's a creek that's pretty much dried up, but if we get some good rain, all that'll change. Come on, come on. That one got hung up. There we go. You know, a lot of times on the Whopper Plopper, if you stop it, you'll get some good hits on it. With the wind whipped that one around. Pad crasher. Weedless setup. With the wind like that, boy, I can cast it a country mile. Well, they come out and look at it, but nobody's hit it. The thing with this quarry is, I mean, it's deep. And where this cabbage is, it's like an inner rim. And then you get further out, it gets even deeper. Lunker Hunt makes a good frog, and Walmart has their little Ozark Trail brand one, which is a cheapy one, but if you need something in a pinch, they'll work. Long term, not so much. But these Booyah pad crashers are the best I've used in terms of a topwater frog. And there's different companies that make different ones that I haven't tried yet, but so far, man, the pad crash, and they even have a pad crasher junior, which I've had a crappie come up and annihilate, and it's decent sized. Bass would hit it too. Gosh. Whoop, whoop, there he is. He just sniffs it. There's a dead something down there. Oh, it's a catfish. I can see the whiskers on him. Ooh, maybe switching to the night crawlers is a good plan here. That'd be kind of cool to get a little catfish. I'm gonna try to throw a night crawler into that hole again, because I can see the fish down there. They just weren't interested in hitting that jigging wrap. They would fire out at it, but they just wouldn't hit it. All right, guys, here she goes, a night crawler. Holy cow, that's a big bass. Where was he when I was throwing the jigging wrap? Oh, he didn't go for it. A little something stole it, like a little rock bass. Oh no, he's stuck in the cabbage. Come on, come on. Boy, it was a huge bass fired out of there. Where was he with the jigging wrap, for crying out loud? Here we go. Man, I don't know if you guys saw that on camera, but boy, that was a big bass. All right, so we got one of the pesky bluegills. God, that bass could have just eaten that bluegill. We got something? Yep, looks like we got one. All right, boys, we're hooked up again. Boy, I saw him come out of there and hit that. Was this a crappie? No, it's another bluegill. Good looking fish. There he goes. I'm telling you guys, live bait is always just the best. Whoop, he had it, he let go. Did he get the worm? No, almost. He was trying to do a grab and go. Dang, I want that big bass to come back through there. Alright guys, I think we got one. Yep. He's just a little slick nickel. Oh, I dropped the worm. I need to re-worm anyway. We'll throw this one in there to help chum the water. Let's see if anything comes up and hammers it. Boy, back behind me I can hear people, gunshots. People are hunting back there. We hooked up, we hooked up. Dang it. Boy, they're down there. I think I got one. Nope. There we go. Boy, these would be good for catfish. But oh, is this a little crappie? Nope, it's just another little slick nickel bluegill. Ah, he fired down in there when he hit the water. That may have been what that big bass came cruising for through there. Is that, oh man, that rock is nice and cool. The one next to it is warmer. That's weird. That may have been what that bass was hunting for in there. Little slick nickels like that. We're about to switch over to that rock bass hole. Do I got one? I think I got one, guys. think the gig is up over here. They know what's going on. Oh no, he tried to get it off of there. So I'm in a state park here in North Texas, and this is dang it, the wind caught that. Son of crying out loud. So the Boy Scouts are camping out here. There's a lot of people are out camping around. It's a cool place. Great temperatures. It's supposed to get up to 90 today though, even though it was 60 this morning. Mid 60s now. Nothing. There we go. One more good cast here, and then we're gonna switch over to where I caught the rock bass. Oh, one came out. He's on it. He's on it. He's on it. And he didn't get it. He got my bait. Dang it. Well, it's a good time to move over to that other spot. So I'm just using a little trout magnet with a night crawler on it. I may test some other stuff out here with it. All right, guys, I'm heading back over there. Look at those stinking fire ants. Holy moly. They're everywhere. Look at all the rock they pulled out of there. Jeez Louise. That's crazy. All right, guys, we're at the... Oops. All right, guys, we're back at where I caught the rock bass. I got the night crawler in there. Boy, she is just blowing like crazy today. That's the thing about Texas, is in these transition months. All right, boys. We may be hooked up here. Are we? Oh, nope. No. Dang it. I thought we were. It's getting so windy down there, I can't see the bottom like I could before. Ooh, the wind got that one. Too many ripples on the water. There we go. Boy, she's just swirling like crazy today. What am I stuck on a rock down there? Come on. Oh, I got picked clean. All right, guys, we're hooked up. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, it's a bluegill swinging in the wind. There are crappie in here, so I'm always thinking it's a crappie. Check them out. Little slick nickel. Keep hoping a catfish is gonna fire out of there, or that big bass. There's no telling where the heck he went. Boy, this is tricky fishing when the wind is blowing like this. Look at my line is like bowed way over. All right, I think I got one. Nope. Then I gotta get it up through the rocks down there. I think what happens is the bobber goes down when the wind starts blowing the line all crazy. Dang it, that was too short. I'm in the cabbage. There we go. Now we're in the right spot. Yeah, I was saying these transition months, like March, April, crazy windy, October, November. Oh, I got picked clean. All right, guys, look at all this limestone. So there's a pond right here, and it's looking mighty fishy. I just got to make sure I don't have to deal with any wildlife. Ooh. What did I just chase out of there? A turtle? Oh yeah, this looks good. Let me get up here on this little high-end spot. Well, you can tell the water, a lot of water came through. Look at all this junk piled up in there. Holy cow. So, if there's flooding rain, this can be a real tough deal to mess with. Let me drop this. I'm gonna try the Jigging wrap first. Then I've got a little hustler tied on. Oh yeah. Look at all the little minnows. Holy cow. There's a fish right there. Decent bass. Come on. There we go. He went under the lily pads over there. That's what I spooked. There's a turtle over there. There's a bass under there. Boy, this chicken wrap looks delicious. But I may switch to the little hustler. Holy cow. Boy, when that thing hits the water, it just darts. All right, I gotta switch, guys, to the little hustler. Let me get this guy hooked up. Mainly because of the depth issue. And this one's got a little bobber on it. If you never tried these little hustlers by Southern Pro or whatever it is, these things are good. All right, so I spooked the bass, maybe a catfish. Let's see what we can get. Oh, he's gonna hit it. Check it out, he's following it. I see him right there. Do you guys see him? I may have to take the bobber off of this thing and just let it go. Maybe he'll come back and hit it. He's just chilling right there. Dang it. Freaking horrible cast. I gotta let him calm down a little bit. There's a ton of bait fish in here, guys. It may be that he's not going to be interested. I may have to switch to the craw. That's something different. Alright guys, I got the little trout magnet with the craw on there. What's up with this being crooked? Jeez Louise. Alright, there we go. I also got the night crawlers I can throw in there. A little bit of cabbage. Come here. So with this, I drag it along like a tube, bounce it along like a crawfish would. Oh yeah, that looks good. Now I just got to get it in there where one of them is. There we go. Get it over there, hopefully with the wind cooperates. I got caught in the grass behind me, but I got it over there. Nothing on the craw, guys. I've hit this thing just repeatedly and I can't get anything. I don't know where that bass went, and then there was a catfish and I don't know what happened to him. I don't have much time here. I think the Boy Scout troop is heading this way. It's getting later and later in the morning, and so more and more people are piling through here. All right, guys. So nothing in here, man. I have tried everything. Crawlers, craw, little hustler, the jigging wrap. And right when I got here, I spooked a catfish, and then I saw that bass come out. But I hadn't seen anything since. So I see a ton of bait fish swimming around. You can see them right down there. Those little mosquito fish, whatever those are. Maybe a little bass. There's tons of them in here, but this, I'm surprised this isn't stagnant water because there's nothing coming in. There's like a road there and the culvert's dry. So there may be a spring down here where the water's coming up out of. It's nice and cool. I just can't catch anything. Anyway, I'm gonna try another spot. If that seems like it's too windy, I'm just gonna call it. But we'll see. The other thing is, I got some tackle in. I just got a message, a notification on my phone that some of the tackle I just ordered came in. So I may do a quick little tackle talk session here in a little bit. I'm about 2 hours from home, so I got to try to get back there and open up those packages. Guys, we're back here at the worldwide headquarters, and I got some stuff I want to show you real quick. I got this Baco Laplander, and this thing is going to be handy up in Iowa for some of my trimming that I do up there to help out around the fishing cabin, but also here I'll be able to use it quite a bit. Let me put the camera down and I'll open it up. I know a lot of people prefer those, the silky gomboys and all that kind of stuff, but these things are just phenomenal. So I had to get one. It's got a decent color to it. They have different colors, but I really like this one. Made in Sweden, high quality steel. So I'm excited I got that. All right, let's see what else we got here. I picked up this nice Whopper Plopper 90 in that loon color, and Discount Tackle sent me a little sticker to go with it and a little thank you. And I lost my 90 fishing in Iowa this summer, and I can still remember where I lost it. It was on that stump at the kind of like the junk pond is what we call it. Even though I've caught some nice bass out of there and nice northern pike, but I lost it on the tip of a log. It just got hung up and I couldn't shake it free, and I wasn't gonna wait out there and get it. But anyways, so I got size 90 of this one. Then Mepps always does a unique way of packing their stuff up. I got my second Mepps order in, and I'm going to run through a bunch of these for you. So I went and picked up a couple more Thunderbugs. Little green bodied one here, silver blade, and gold blade with a silver body. Both have trebles. I'm trying that color. I had a lot of luck with kind of a greenish this past summer. Then when you put in an order with a certain value, over a certain value, they'll send you one for free, a lure for free. And so I picked this Flying C, and it's got a heavy body on there, and it runs pretty deep. It's like a size 4, 5/8 ounces, and it's got that unique red body on there. This thing is mainly used for trout fishing, lake trout, like up north in the Great Lakes or like up in Alaska. But you know what? I think this is going to work for northern pike, possibly even smallmouth in some of the places I fish. So I'm happy I got that when they threw that in. Then I got one of these bronze slammers. These things are expensive, so I just got one in this kind of natural color. So I'm going to test this out for sure this summer. Then I saw a guy that was just getting hammered with smallmouth and northern pike on his Mepps Aglia dressed number 3 in this exact color. And so I picked up a couple of these to test them out. He swears by him. He says he's never caught more pike, and he picked up a couple bass with him. So I was like, all right, I'll give him a shot. Then I got a whole bunch of these Aglia Brights. I picked up 2 with single hooks, so I can also use them for trout fishing, and I kind of like to test myself a little bit, make it a little bit tougher on trout and on bass to go with a single hook. I've done that off and on over the years, and I've had good luck with them. So this one's got like the dark body with a gold blade. This one's got the green body with the silver blade, and these are all size 3. Size 3 seems to be the one that just really works for me. 4s will get it done too, but if I'm in water where I have a chance to catch both kinds of bass and a northern pike, and I've even had crappie hit on these 3s, so I'll go with the 3. This one's got the orange body, and I picked up another Comet minnow in a size 3, and on a silver single hook, silver bladed Aglia Bright. So that was my haul, and it was waiting for me when I got home from being out fishing this morning. Boy, the wind was just crazy out there. And you know what? I was listening to a couple of college football games on the way home, and they were all talking about how like SMU and Cincinnati are playing in Dallas. Wind was blowing 30 miles an hour. Then Baylor and Kansas, they were playing in Waco. Wind was blowing 40 miles an hour gusts, sustained 15 to 20. So it wasn't just my area of North Texas, even though I was further out west. It's just windy all over the place here today. But despite that, I had to get out and get some fishing in. And I was so happy I got that rock bass. To be honest, I thought it was going to be a big crappie. That it was going to be a crappie or a big pumpkin seed, bluegill, green sunfish hybrid. I didn't think it was going to be a rock bass. But it was so much fun throwing that jigging wrap. It definitely needs to be in some deeper water, because that thing, as soon as it hits, it just dives in different directions. You give it a pop, it jumps around. It's a lot of fun to use it. So I highly recommend that. I need to get back up to Oklahoma. We're back in that area where I've got that ledge and can fish at deeper water and fire it in there. Anyway, that's going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Really appreciate it. And I hope your fall fishing is going well. Hey, let me know which one of these you'd use first. For me, if I was in Iowa, I know which one I'd use first. I'd definitely start off with the Thunderbug and the Bronze Slammer right there. One of these Thunderbugs or one of my other ones, and then I'd definitely go with this orange colored one. So anything by MEPS, I just, I'm not affiliated with them, but, Rooster Tails, no. Vibrax, no. What's the other one? Blue Fox, no. Joe's Flies, Woolly Worm, or Joe's Flies, whatever. Nope. I've tested them all, and I really like this one. Even those knockoff spinners that you can get real cheap on Amazon, I've tried a couple of those before, and I don't know, I always come back to the MEPS. They're pricey, but they're worth it. All right, guys, until next time, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.